Well, it's like this was made for me. What is it like being a 21st century Black woman?
That was made for me. That was
what is it like? You know, I am someone who is very pro-Black women. And I think that being a 21st century Black woman means that you are the blueprint for the entire planet that you sit on, but you reap none of the benefits that come from the resources that you give, like whether it's culture, whether it's, you know, music, hair, fashion. There was a Black, this is so horrible, I can't remember her name, fashion designer. She did the virtual fashion show. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
So because of COVID, she couldn't have a fashion show, and I'll get Barry to like link her somewhere, but she did a virtual fashion show. So like the models were literally like, it was just a video of like garments walking, no model in them, and then that's how she did the fashion show, because she couldn't have models and stuff.
cool.
And it was the most revolutionary thing. And then later on, all of these big fashion like brands were doing it, giving no credit to her, even though she created like the entire thing. So I think that's, and I think being a Black woman in the 21st century is also like being at the forefront of the movement for Black liberation, but then also being the most disrespected. And so we like when anything happens, when Black men are killed, we are at the front line. We are fighting for them. But then when Black women are being disrespected, we're memes,
like the bottom.
You know what I mean? Like when Breonna Taylor, I was really shocked with when George Floyd died. No one joked about that. Like it was very serious. When there were TikToks about it, when there was YouTube, it was very serious. When Breonna Taylor, her death, it's like a meme almost. People are like, oh, did this get your attention? By the way, Breonna Taylor's like murders are taken in. Or like when Meg Thee Stallion, this is very relevant now, she was shot at, and people were posting pictures of someone feeling someone else's ass and be like, when the doctor's trying to find the bullet, even though, you know what I mean? Like, and she even tweeted, she's like, you know, like,
Black that's why she tweeted Black women are like the
just so
most,
disrespected. And I think there's this, and like I find that's why it's disrespectful when people are like, you're so strong, Reformer, you're so this, because we're very scared, we're very vulnerable, but we're painted as these strong women who are the pillars of everything, and then it allows for everyone to disrespect us, you know. But we are the blueprint that keeps everyone alive, whether and like our disrespect comes not only from like people who are racist, but it comes from Black men that you also are on the street marching for. So for me, but being a Black woman in the 21st century is also being very strong, being very motivated. There is nothing you cannot do as a Black woman, and I truly believe that. And you don't only have to face racism, but you also have to tackle patriarchy and things like that. You know what I mean? And there's nothing better than being a Black woman or seeing another Black woman and like understanding each other. And like I can come into Dina and I can talk to you about like my experiences, but I know Dina will understand it differently because of that, like that shared bond that we have of being Black women. And I also think that it is just, I can't imagine a world where I'm not Black, honestly.
I like that.
I agree.
I think of this sometimes and I'm like, oh, it's so
what would
hard
it be
to
like? Like I wouldn't even know.
Like with everything it comes with, like there's just so much pride in it. Like I'm just so proud, and it's very scary, but it's also very like, I love this. You know what I mean? Like I feel very empowered that I am Black. So
I like that. Thank you.
So that is,
that was well said.
Yeah.
That was well said.
That's like covered everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Now what are we gonna say?
This is my dish.
That is. Yeah, everything you said was just, I think, spot on.
Yeah.
And like, I would say like, you know, like you saying how like if you told me things I would understand it more better than Barry and stuff. Like every time I go somewhere, it's like whether it's school, whether it's like just anywhere, it's like the first people I'm looking for is like a Black woman. Like, and like I will like literally just like draw to you out of everybody. Like even if there's no like Black people, it's like immigrants, it's like any other type of foreign person, like I'll automatically like, you know,
because you find safety.
Exactly, you know what I mean, and you can understand each other better.
And if something happens, you at least someone will be there for
you.
Exactly. And you know they're not gonna push you aside like, oh, you're being sensitive, like you know, it's not that serious. It's not always about race. Like you know that if anything happens, like if anything were to pop off, hopefully they would step in for you. I agree.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. So like I would say why I put this in here. All right. So there was one time I was just like, you know, going through Discovery on Insta, And there was this girl in London, like very dark skinned, very beautiful, and then she was basically giving an explanation of how society looks like to her, right? So she had like a pyramid, and a pyramid of like 4 classes, and then basically she had at the bottom class she had the black woman, the black man, the white woman, and then the white man. So because me look like from the outside, I don't get it because I'm not a black woman. So that's why I put it out there, because you two could give me like a more, you know, like an insightful explanation about.
And I think
this.
her pyramid also means that when historically black men or white women have fought for independence, it has been to look like the white man. I want the job like a white man. I want to be paid like a white man. I want to have the same opportunities. But the white man has never gotten to the top of the pyramid without oppressing someone. So who's the easiest to oppress? It is the black woman. So when we have that connection between race and also patriarchy, you know, like a lot of black men are sexist. A lot of black men have dehumanized black women growing up, been like, oh, like especially dark-skinned women. So it's like, I think that's also that fight for equality and justice has to come at the expense of someone if you wanted to mimic what the white man has, which has been historically what people have wanted when it's this fight for liberation. So I think like when you look at the way black men, there was a video of a group of black men throwing a dark-skinned black woman in a dumpster. There was another video of black men hitting a black woman over the head with a skateboard. And so you look at these instances, and I've grown up with it. I know Dina has grown up with it, where you've been in a room full of white women, and the black men are like, yeah, I don't even like black girls growing up, you know? So, and like that's what being a black woman is. It's like building yourself up, because no one's gonna look at you when you're growing up and tell you you're beautiful. Like whether it's like our parents talking about, oh, I hate doing your hair. Like there's so many ways. So I think that's also like that an important recognition. And it's often like when you bring up the conversation, black women are pushed aside because it's like, oh, it's not that serious. Like we're all black. Stop trying to divide the black movement. And it's like, so yeah, like I think that's what it is. Yeah, no problem.
No, you literally like lighting me up.
She can give you a whole like 8-hour class on it if you want. Like seriously.
I think we should do a 1-on-1. That would be good. That would be good.